Well, good morning, everybody. This is DearMamaSal on another overcast day. It is Thursday. Yay! For those of you who don't know, Thursday is my Friday. I don't work on Thursdays, so it's 5 degrees here in southern British Columbia, which would make it about 41 in American. And I am a very excited little puppy right now. The little kid in me is very, very happy. Because we've been talking this week about what makes you happy. And, sorry, I've got a hair from a makeup brush somewhere on my face. It's driving me insane. No, it's not. It's just uncomfortable. Because it's somewhere under my glasses, I think. Not the end of the world. I can get over it. So here was the thing I wanted to talk about in terms of the secrets of happiness. One of the things that a lot of people get into the habit of is this whole business about jealousy. And I want to link into that the whole business of instant gratification. Let me give you some examples that how this all ties in. And I think it's more than enough on one vlog, but I might touch on it again in another one because it's a huge subject. So let's take some real life examples. I can assure you that I have had more than my fair share already of people who are quite jealous of what I'm doing on YouTube. And when I say quite jealous of it, they want to minimize the amount of hard work it takes, or they just think it came easily, or whatever. And that's okay. That's their right. They're normally people that have never done it. They're normally people that have never spent the time. And at some level, I believe there is some level of jealousy. Now, jealousy is about, I want what you've got, but I don't want to work for it. Whether it's the neighbor next door who's got a new car, and you resent that neighbor for that. Whether it's your best friend who suddenly got a new whatever. It's amazing how that little green devil comes up and bites us in the butt. Now, obviously, we've all got our version of this. And I would like to suggest that probably none of us that are listening to this that are immune from the little green devil. And I look at it and I go, what has it been for me? I was trying to think, what things have I really sort of looked at and gone, Well, I think I would have to say it's to do it's really stupid, isn't it? It's to do with equipment. One of the things about being a vlogger is you see all this incredible equipment that people have, and you don't have the budget for it. So you've got one of two things you can do. You can be really jealous of the people who've got that equipment. And I've met some, vloggers who haven't done as much work but have got better equipment, and I've met some vloggers who've done a lot more work and have got unbelievable to die for equipment. And you know, I look at it all and you go, well, yeah, my speed's the right speed. But for those of you who don't know, I've had the same camera, same make of camera since the day I started. And that was, and I really have to tell you, it's a great camera. It is the Sony Cybershot, and I bought 2 of them in a row because I wore the first one out by dropping it too many times or whatever, and then I've got a second one, and I you know, same thing, I dropped it a few times too many, and I don't care how good the protective case was, I still dropped it a few times too many, and things like that. And so I've been sitting there and I've been looking at these incredible cameras that you see, and I realized that I didn't in all reality have the budget to be able to afford to spend that much on a camera. I don't care if it is part of my day-to-day life. It's still an awful lot of money to justify for a camera when the camera I have does a pretty good job. I got into a little bit of a problem with it because part of the bottom of my camera started to come apart. And then it got even worse because the bit where you screw the tripod in broke. So all in all, my camera was telling me it's time to be thinking about a new camera. And I don't know about you guys, but one of the good things about life is not to be jealous of things, but to have them on your wish list. You see, I have this incredible wish list of things that I would like, you know, but I don't have to have, I just would like them. I'm not jealous of them, it's just like, ooh, I need that on my wish list. You know, if the fairy godmother comes around and waves her wand, this would be nice. You know, and it includes lighting and SLR type cameras for when, you know, that will be on my list after my retirement. You know, and it's just like, there's so many things on here. And it's not about that I'm jealous, it's about I'd like it on my list. And so I'd like you to think about this. I'd like you to think about not being jealous of other people's stuff, but maybe just putting it on your wish list. Don't be jealous of things. Just say, oh, obviously I get that sort of trigger because I want me one of those. I always remember Will Smith in that movie Independence Day, I think it was called, where he gets into this super duper rocket type machine and it goes like a bat out of hell, and he goes, gotta get me one of these, you know. And so I quite often say, gotta get me one of those. Because again, and I've said it time and time again, I've quoted the song from the musical South Pacific from the 50s, I think. There was a song in there called Happy Talk, and one of the lines in there has always struck me as so true, and it's stuck with me all these years. And the line is, if you don't have a dream, how are you going to have a dream come true? So part of being happy is to actually have things to look forward to. Not be resentful of, look forward to it. Let's say that you're not in the perfect home right now. Don't be resentful of people who've got really nice homes. Just while you're there, ask if you can take pictures because you'd like to add it to your dream list. I think that's a very flattering thing. I mean, you know, it's sort of like, how many of you have a dream board? or a dream book. And that's a scrapbook or a board onto which you paste things that you would still like to have happen in your life. Now, somewhere in my garage, if it hasn't been thrown away by a well-meaning person, I have a dream board that I did back in my 20s. And it included a house, and it included success in some terms. I'm pretty sure it included a dog. And you know what I mean? It had all the things that I was looking forward to having in my life. If you don't have that dream, how are you going to have a dream come true? If you don't know what you want. But it's not about being jealous of somebody else who's got it. It's about how hard are you prepared to work to get it. Now, some of you I know are in a situation where you're going, Sal, I can't get it because I'm sick, or I'm on disability, or I'm on this or this or this. And I understand that's your thinking, but you know, sometimes dreams come true. And so I don't care what your current situation is, and my heart goes out to those of you who are struggling. But just because you are struggling, be that mentally or physically, doesn't mean that your dreams won't come true. Some of you will know about visualization, and that's part of what we're talking about here. There have been many times in my life where visualization actually has calmed me down, taken me out of pain, kept me alive, kept me warm. And for those of you who are very stressed and maybe very distressed, or struggling with dis-ease, like in disease, I so believe that if you can concentrate your energy on things that you would like to see happen. Now, I know some of you are saying, Sal, I would like to see that I'm out of pain. Or, Sal, I'd like to see that I can use my legs again. Or, Sal, I'd like to see this, that, and the other. And it's not going to happen. But you know, just because those things are going on doesn't mean you cannot live another life. And that life would be in your mind. Through some of the worst times of my life where I really didn't think I was going to survive, the only way I had to keep myself together sometimes was to actually be happy in my visualizations. Because well, hi everybody, this is Dear Mama Sal, and I just want to apologize for the fact that the video suddenly stopped. As you probably have gathered, I was using a brand new camera, one that I am not used to. I'm not sure what happened, whether it just ran out of battery. I don't think it did. Or whether maybe I had it set too high and it got too warm. I don't know. I'm going to have to spend some time working it out. But something went wrong and it stopped recording. So I'm just adding on this bit because the whole conversation about visualization was going to lead me back to the fact that I had visualized getting a new camera in my life. And when I was having lunch with Benji the other day, when he came up on Friday, one of the things I had said to him was, he was sort of looking at my camera, and and it was really quite funny because I was discussing that, next time I get across the States, I'm going to pick one up. So that was fine. And then he was busy texting away as he does while I'm talking. And then, I don't know, a few seconds later, he said to me, "Oh, don't worry about the camera, Sal." I said, "What?" And he said, "No, don't worry about the camera." And I said, "What do you mean, don't worry about the camera?" And he said, "Well, you don't need to pick one up when you next come over." I said, "Well, actually, yes, I do, Benji, because this one literally is, having problems." And he said, "No, Sal, you don't need to pick one up because there's one on the way." And the whole point was that what I had visualized, what I had on my dream list, what I had always wanted was this Canon S120. And it arrived yesterday. And so I thought that I had fully charged it, and I thought I roughly knew how to use it, and so I took it out to vlog with it today to do a test run. And obviously there are a couple of glitches to my system. I'm sure they're user error type things that I will now work out over the weekend. And I just thought you'd be amused, number one, that if you don't have a dream, how are you going to have a dream come true? And my dream about my new vlogging camera came true in a quite unexpected way, because that's never happened to me before. Where somebody was sitting over the lunch table from me and is busy ordering me a camera while I'm not even aware of it. But then the bit that you need to hear on the end of this video is I had to make a plan B on something, and I think it'll amuse some of you. So don't quit now. Wait until the little bit that's after this. You will notice a change again in the audio because one is sitting with my headphones on, and obviously the bit you're about to hear is back on the vlogging camera. So everybody smile. I hope you enjoyed this. Bye-bye for now. I just wanted to add this onto the end, which is when you don't have the proper cover for your brand new camera, but you really want to use it today, but you don't want it to get stretched or dented or anything. I've got two socks, one inside the other. And it works perfectly. I just slip it all the way down into this section of the sock. And it will be protected for the day. Hey, by the way, if you haven't subscribed, please do. And if there are other subjects you'd like me to talk about, which I know that some of you are now getting into the habit of giving me things that you'd like me to talk about, just remember that if you don't ask, I will never probably do it. So, well, that's not true. I'll probably get to it eventually, but so feel free to write and let me know what you'd like me to talk about. This is DearMamaSal saying bye-bye for now.